Australian Aboriginals inhabited the shores of the Brisbane River for over 40,000 years. It was a rich source of food and an important location for cultural and recreational purposes. It was a place where many extended families, kinships, and tribal groups gathered and lived peacefully. In 1823, escaped convicts accidentally discovered the mouth of the river, which ironically led to the establishment of a penal colony in Brisbane in 1825. Then, as the city grew, so did the infrastructure. The first ferry service was established in 1843, and the Victoria Bridge was built in 1865. Now, there are a total of 16 major bridges crossing the river and one transport tunnel running below it. The Brisbane River is 344 kilometres long and located in southeastern Queensland. Its source is out west in the Great Dividing Range. The river flows past Mount Stanley, stops at the Wivenhoe Dam, and then flows through Brisbane before ending at Moreton Bay. The river is Brisbane City's main source of water. It's known for its mangroves, its bull sharks, and its brown silted water. The colour of the river is in part due to its muddy sands, tidal movements, and regular flooding. However, human activities have also had a major impact on the state of the river, with dredging and runoff from mining and agriculture causing erosion and affecting water quality. Once the penal colony was established, the river became a major transport route for its growing population. As Brisbane industrialised, the river became increasingly polluted with dredging, toxic runoff, and other factors affecting its water quality. The river was quite literally being used as an open sewer. Although these practices no longer occur, the river is going to remain polluted for many decades. This is because the toxic runoff settled into the river's sands, and whenever there's a flood, it gets stirred back up into the water. But today, efforts are being made to revitalise the river. Mangroves are being reintroduced to stabilise the riverbed, and the river's bends are being reinforced to reduce erosion. Dredging is still occurring, but it's now being undertaken in a less aggressive and more sustainable way. The Brisbane River has become the heart of the city, with events such as sailing and rowing regattas, festivals, and many other types of social events occurring on the river or on its shores. Its beaches, pathways, bikeways, ramps, and pontoons are all used every day. The river is also travelled by tour boats and is used for yacht hire as well as kayaking and paddleboarding. Brisbane City Council provides public transport along the river, operating a fleet of 21 city cats and 9 ferries. These use a network of 25 terminals that stretches from the University of Queensland at St Lucia downstream to the north shore of Hamilton. There's also a major port at the mouth of the Brisbane River, which is a significant source of income for the city. In the future, the Brisbane City Council is committed to providing safe, efficient and accessible transport on the river and across the city as a whole. Already, there's been $100 million allocated to the expansion of the existing bikeways. On the river, the city cats and ferries are in line for an upgrade to become a world-class river transport system. The fleet will be expanded, and the terminals are going to be upgraded to provide improved minimum levels of accessibility for the passengers. By 2050, southeast Queensland will be home to over 6 million people, with over 2/3 of them living in Brisbane City. This will put the road, rail, and river transport systems under much greater pressure. Fortunately, the Brisbane City Council has already committed to upgrading the ferry and city cat fleets, with the terminals also being upgraded to provide an improved minimum level of accessibility. The increased population will have a negative impact on pollution, but following current trends, the majority of the city's power will be coming from distributed and sustainable sources. and it's also likely that the efforts to keep the river clean will continue. Brisbane will be presented with a number of challenges and opportunities for the next 30 years, and many of them will be related to ensuring mobility throughout the city and along the Brisbane River.